What's up, everybody? This is the Uncanny Omar, and with me is...
Melanie. We're live?
Yeah, we're live.
Okay.
Did you just think I say hi in practice? No, I just jumped in.
That's right, Michael. I read Starman. It's a Christmas miracle.
Yeah.
That was very difficult to do.
I'm wearing my Starman shirt. Yes, my wonderful, amazing wife yesterday surprised me with my Christmas gift, which was reading one of my favorite comics of all time.
I don't know if I could top it next year. Can I just do regular stuff next year?
You got to get Chris Claremont to come over and write me fanfics about X-Men, or what he calls stories. How is everybody doing? This is a big deal because I know a lot of you wanted us to go live today because it's Boxing Day, right? In a lot of places. Here in America, we just call Return the Crap I Didn't Like Day.
Right, that is Boxing Day, right? Is it Return Day or is it something else?
I think it's called Boxing Day overseas. Yeah, we don't really call it that here in America. But we had a white Christmas here yesterday in the state of Kentucky. Yeah. So how was everybody's holiday if you celebrated? How was everybody's Friday if you didn't celebrate it?
I see people saying Merry Christmas and wondering where you got that shirt. T-Public.
My wife.
I just Google whatever shirt topic, whatever I want a shirt and see which websites have them. So T-Public.
So it's Boxing Day Test Day. Boxing Day Test. Happy Xmas. That's right, Xmas. And Omar and Mel, all is well. Boxing Day in the UK, 4 p.m. Lots of reading and catching up on single issue. Good, man. Good. Boxing. Oh, you guys have Boxing Day in Canada too, man.
That makes sense.
I'm an ignorant slut. I'm learning new things every day. Nice shirt, Omar. Nice shirt. Thank you.
Oh, look, Josh got the Dinobots Land Before Time shirt.
Oh, dude, I love that. That's out of any convention I go to, that shirt gets the most compliments from the ladies. Not that it matters.
No, that's fine. You're handsome. Wait, what did you just mouth?
Nothing. But out of any of the shirts I got, they're like, "Oh my gosh, this shirt's so cute." I'm like, you like Dinobots? They're like, "Not really. I like Land Before Time." What? Me too. Well, my favorite one is Littlefoot. That's the only one. Or Petrie.
It's two fandoms. There you go.
So hopefully everybody is having a wonderful day. Had a good Christmas. Had a good Friday. Had a good holiday. And
okay, Boxing Day. It's colonial British Queen thing.
Okay, it's colonial British Queen thing. Is it an X-Mass or a 10-Mass? Nice joke.
It took me a second.
It'll always be an X-Mass. I'm not going to start calling them 10-rated films, guys. It's always... Never mind. Boxing Day was yesterday. Okay. Everybody is boxing or what? Smash that like button. Thank you so much, Mr. Awesome. Thank you so much. Iron Will... Oh, dude, you changed your picture. I didn't even know who you were. You look so much more...
Iron Will, Iron Strength.
That's Sons of Anarchy, isn't it? Yeah, you look so much more badass with that Sons of Anarchy hat, dude. Punisher by Rucka. What up? I will ask. I'll make... Actually, that's in my top 10 most wanted Marvel Omnis, honestly. And I always share that list with Marvel every year. And just saying, this year we got... Oh, my goodness. We got, at least 4 of the X-Men ones and 3 or 4 of the regular non-X-Men ones. So it's always good to share those kind of lists, trying to hint ideas at people.
So do you want Chris Claremont to write you a Wolverine Starman fanfic for Christmas next year?
First of all, it's not fanfic if Chris Claremont is writing
that's true. That's true.
The man has a pen that things are canon once it's written on paper. Omar, did you ever announce a new X-related Omni this week? I feel like you mentioned something about it last week. I have. Oh, I'm looking at the catalog on Monday. I'm sorry. I'm looking at the April solicits on Monday, and it's not on that one, so I can't say anything yet. But I did announce yesterday 2 reprints. In case you people didn't watch my wonderful wife's review of Starman, but the 2 reprints are the Death of Captain America Omnibus coming out next year. It's going to be reprinted. That was our number 5 most wanted reprint that you all voted for, and the other one is the Spider-Man by David Michelinie and Todd McFarlane Omnibus, which is making a lot of y'all happy because I get asked that.
That makes me happy
all the time. It's a wonderful jumping on point for Venom and Spider-Man in a way, but those are both getting reprinted. So that's all I can announce right now. I will say on Monday, I'm going over to the complete list, and that is at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So hopefully some of my European brothers and sisters can make it. Australians, New Zealanders. I'm trying to think of other continents, but it's way too early. Wait, Asia, Africa, Asia. And anybody from Antarctica? Anyway, but that's at 11 o'clock. And there is another omnibus I haven't mentioned, but I kind of want to keep it as a surprise because this one is pretty interesting what they're doing with this particular omnibus. And I completely get it because there is a TV show with this upcoming omnibus. So.
Is Chris Claremont's grocery list canon? I would say yes.
Yes.
So.
It's grocery list.
We're, what about when are the 2021 votes happening?
Probably in January sometime. I'm trying to think of a way to get everybody involved because not everybody has social media. And the last time we did it through Twitter, we did it through Instagram, and we did it through Facebook. And let me tell you, it was a nightmare to put all those numbers together. But I think this time around, maybe make it like an open document where everybody can come in. You only vote once unless you hack it and, whatever. But I'm trying to think of a way that everybody can get involved and not just people with social media.
Hack it. People are asking about
our Christmas.
And
really sweet.
Happy holidays. Back to people wishing happy holidays.
Absolutely.
It was pretty low key, and we watched Wonder Woman 1984. So no spoilers though.
Not at all.
Yesterday with your brothers, and
let me try to think.
I'll say. I didn't particularly care for the story, but I cried 2 times. That's my review. Without spoilers.
Oh, Michael Edmond is volunteering to crunch numbers for us. He loves spreadsheets. All right, man. Make sure that Tomb of Dracula #2 gets up there. And Tomb of Dracula one day. Listen, I'm broke. Stop announcing omnibus. That's
his job, though.
I got to announce it, man. Save you some money. Get you a sugar mama or a sugar daddy. Or both. Yeah?
Yep, there you go.
With Starman in it.
And the Wonder Woman 1984.
Golden Age Starman was in the Stargirl series, though. So, actually, a lot of the JSA was in the Stargirl series.
So, Rebel by Design saying, I ended up starting
Queen
Country reread. I still love it as much as when I first read it. So, thanks for that happy accident, Melanie. You're welcome.
Oh, you gifted it to her? That's right, didn't you?
No. But I think just the fact that I showed it last week.
I thought she won.
Joe Cool.
Joe Cool won?
Did you send it to Rebel by Design?
I may have.
Can somebody in the chat help us out with our memory?
No, I didn't. All these names. We do this every Saturday. It starts to become like dang, what's up, Shonda Sook? How's it going, brother? I wish broke people infinite kidneys. However,
okay, Shonda Sook says she gave it to Joe. All right.
We gave it to Joe. Okay, we gave it to Joe. I sent it already. I know he got it. Hope you're watching,
Joe. There's Graham. Hi, Graham. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, brother. I hope I put up your pictures that my wife took down for some reason.
There we go. Oh,
it's in the back.
Mouth.
It's in the back of my my videos. But
I bet this morning we need to put figures back up.
And Graham,
we're going to cover Stan Lee.
I also sent the back of your picture that I texted to David. And he said happy holidays, by the way, to everybody. But he saw the back of your picture and what you're asking for. Which I was like, all right, man. This kid doesn't want X-Men. This kid wants Silver Age Cat.
Go ahead.
Thank you so much, James, for the super chat. The biggest question of the year. If KFC can make a gaming console, when will you announce the Alpha Omnibus? Is KFC making a console? No, they're not.
Here, let me just a second. James, you're going to be jealous? We're going to show our swag later. However, I have to show this one since we're on the topic of Alpha. My brother-in-law, when we played Dirty Santa, bought some random coloring books. His cousin opened it, and they're like, yay. And as soon as it's my turn, I stole them because this beauty of a gem was in there. And it is scary. Oh, my goodness. Where if you could see some of these pictures, so creepy. It's going to be really hard to color. There you go.
Alpha Omni before Man of Steel and Red Hood Volume 2 Omnibus. What's up, Project Viking? Hope you have a good holiday, and hope everybody else did too. After your recommendation to pick up Invincible, the 3 compendiums, I got them and absolutely love them so far. Awesome. I'm so glad you're enjoying them, man. Yeah. Joe Cool, what's up, buddy? I love when people change their picture on me. I have to try to guess who they once were. Because I think in my head, I have a photographic memory as who they're supposed to look like. So when I click on a name, I'm like, that's not Joe Cool.
Right.
That must be Australian Joe Cool. Cool.
Just like reading a book, right?
Yeah. Was that
changed? You'd be like, what?
A 9-panel grid page of Alf?
Let me tell you, this is professional. They even had test coloring pages in here. This book belongs to line on the front. Yeah. Oh,
here's a good question. I'd buy more collected editions if they came with the digital downloads. Do you know why they don't? I know they used to. I remember Infnity came with a digital download. A couple of trade paperbacks used to come with a digital download. I don't know why they don't anymore, honestly. So perhaps what is maybe they changed their minds. What Alf XXL?
Extra large.
The monster size book of Alf, but an Old Man Logan omnibus.
Omar, can you dress up as Alf one day?
No, never. What's up, Tushar? Hope everything is going great. Merry Christmas from India. Thank you so much, brother. Old Man Omnibus, Old Man Logan omnibus would be pretty good. Yeah, I would like that. And then would you collect the original Wolverine series in there, and then I'm a completist. I would. I'm answering my own question. That was kind of stupid. Yeah, I would collect the Old Man Logan series through Wolverine in there, and then I would throw in the Secret Wars Old Man Logan in there, and then kick off the Jeff Lemire run. Absolutely. So there may be 2, honestly, when it's all said and done.
Hopefully next month you'll be doing another That My Ex, right?
Well, yeah, we've scheduled.
Oh, you did? Okay.
We've scheduled the next Map My Ex for Friday, January 15th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Peter, myself, and Reilly, and we're trying to get another person to join us. So, Do you think Catwoman by Brubaker is likely? The trades are impossible to find, and even the fat trades that were reprinted, re-released. I'm going to answer my question like I answer all my DC questions right now, is I'll take what I can get from DC, and I don't really have much until I start seeing the fourth quarter of 2021, like the catalog or them adding more books. I don't have a lot of high hopes for DC putting in just surprise things like that. It would be amazing, but I think right now what they're doing is wrapping up old projects. So if it wasn't in the, works, then they're probably not going to start anything new. But here's the high hopes. Hopefully they'll get
high hopes. He's got
we're just going to get demonetized for that now, because your beautiful voice sounds just like the original song.
Who's saying that? I don't know.
Yeah, I remember running into a couple of I found for people when I went to a convention, Volume 2 of
for
Catwoman.
Those of you just listening, he is responding to the comment. I just found Catwoman Volume 2 in an LCS. It was a massive find.
We need an Adam Warlock omnibus. Yeah, we need a Captain Marvel omnibus too. I love some of that old school Captain Marvel omnibus.
Oh yeah, I gave my opinion of Wonder Woman 84, and Rob's asking you what's your opinion? Spoiler free.
It was a little slow.
It was a different movie, right? That's what you said last night.
Yeah,
it was a different movie.
But I'm okay with that. That's neither good nor bad. It's just it felt different. I don't know. I was watching it. I think I would have enjoyed it more if I was in the theater.
Oh yeah, you definitely said that because we were talking.
Well, no, and even people in the theater talk. It's just I don't know. The movie experience in the theater is still different, and I think I enjoy movies more because I watch them in the theater first and coming home and watching them for the first time. So
You're completely immersed.
yep, I haven't seen Soul yet,
Yeah.
but I really want to because I do like Pixar. Weird that they're not even charging for that, right? I think it's just straight up Disney Plus. Ah.
Thanks, Jose. He said, "Great view, Starman."
Oh, thank you.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Very, very emotional.
Anybody know how many Omnis it would take to collect Brubaker's Cap Run? It's 5. It's always been 5. That's what they had before. The only thing that wasn't collected was what was it? That the Invader storyline, Marvel's Project. They never put that into an omnibus format, but they did get a oversized hardcover format. Always Sunny got renewed for 4 more seasons. And what's interesting about that is that they made a joke saying that when they pitched the series, that it was supposed to be 36 seasons. Like they were, and of course, right, like in their style. And Mac, the actor Rob, was like, "Well, I guess we're halfway there. Yay!"
I do. We're watching it, but I do miss the old formula of the ridiculous antics.
Yeah.
A lot of them have been like just in the same room. They're with their conversations, but anyway.
Happy holidays to you, Dean. Omar, Melanie, are you getting the Flashpoint Omnibus, and do you know what it collects? It collects all the Flashpoints miniseries, the Flash by Jeff Johns that leads into the Flashpoint storyline, and it's a lot. I did a video of what it collects in one of the upcoming DC collected editions, but I'll be getting it. Yeah, I was waiting for it. That's why I skipped on the Absolute. Omar, did you bring unique Christmas traditions from Peru?
Used to.
I tried.
It's not unique.
I
go into mass at midnight.
We used to go to midnight mass. The other thing was like after midnight mass in Peru, we would come home and open presents. Like we stayed up till midnight in Peru to open presents. Of course, we only got like 1 present each, so it wasn't that big of a deal, right? Here, my kids open up like 20 gifts, and
No, they don't.
Okay, they're not that many, but still. But that's about the only real tradition that I tried. No Santa thing. That was you. Okay, sorry. My wife created this thing called Santa Claus. I don't know if y'all use it too.
Raymond. Hi, Ray.
Hey, Ray. How's it going, buddy? Thank you for the super chat, my brother. Good morning, Omar and Melanie. Hope Christmas was good to you. Omar, I saw your review of Nightwing Omnibus. Looking forward to getting it. Interesting choice that they went with the New 52 Nightwing, right? Instead of like the classic Chuck Dixon run. I think your dog is asking for all that.
Wait. I want to thank Ray again for the presents that he like overnighted.
Yes.
To me, this past week. So thank you. That was really sweet.
Yeah. Spoilers. My wife created.
Nope.
She doesn't want me to say that. Kids are listening.
Okay.
I ruined it. I ruined everything.
What percent of your collection have you read? 68.
No, it's probably 65 now.
What's the number that you always use? Is it 68?
Yeah, actually, it was 68. Yeah, good job. 68%. I take a mental catalog of my stuff. I got stuff over there that I'm currently reading. Stuff that I read for old reader, new reader. And then I'm going through the books for my top 10 graphic novels that I read in 2020. So I'll be doing 2 videos. I'll be doing my top 10 favorite graphic novels that came out in 2020 and my top 10 graphic novel reads of 2020. And those videos will probably come out back to back on the channel sometime this coming up week.
Excuse me. And oh shoot, I completely lost my thought. Never mind.
Okay. Omar, is there a comic book equivalent to Berserk manga?
Oh, now I remember.
Okay. Yeah, Conan. I mean, Conan is like Berserk. It's not as graphic, of course. Then again, not a lot of things are graphic like Berserk. But Conan, Kull, the Conqueror, Claw. I don't know if anybody remembers Claw from DC.
I don't.
I know you don't. I know you don't, baby. There's not a lot out there in the manga world and in the comic book world like Berserk.
Okay, I remember.
Greetings from Washington.
I was gonna.
What's up,
Hey,
baby?
Joel. I was gonna tease you about. He always says, he feels a disturbance in the force if one of his books are missing. Well, I was reading through Starman, and left, obviously the dust jacket in the place that belongs on the bookshelf, and I'm like, he doesn't know. You didn't find out till volume 5 though that I was reading. Well, you didn't know I was reading them. You said you thought
I thought you were making a
perler
bead
thing.
I was like,
and that's why it was missing.
Well,
so I'm glad, because I was like, if he does find out that they're gone, he's gonna know.
well, I think anybody that collects these books knows the value of Starman after volume 3 in hardcover. I was putting books up, and I was like, wait a minute,
No.
where the hell's my Starman Omnibus volume 5? I freaked out for a second, then I was like, well, maybe my wife is making something sweet for me, like a perler bead.
It really doesn't enter my head about out of print things and stuff like that with your collection. I just assume they're available, I guess, right? Like, they're here. I don't think about it.
So really quick, I do have a couple of things to talk about. Here in a second.
Right.
253 watching, 88 likes. What gives? What gives? Thank you,
Ricardo
Josh.
said monstrous is kind of like
So here's the thing with something like when people ask me this question, like what's like Berserk, I feel like even Conan is really dialogue heavy, like the stuff from the Silver Age. But you get to something like Kurt Busiek's run, and it becomes less dialogue heavy and more action and in your face. Monstrous has that beautiful artwork by Sana, but holy moly, that book is dense too. That takes a lot of reading.
Hey, just what I said about Starman. You're gonna poke my eye out.
There's a difference though, because the world building is done through a series of these little one-page splash pages that explain the world instead of showing you the world building. Like, I like stories when they're like little by little you get to know more and more of the world. Literally, sometimes the world building within the pages of Monstrous are the splash page at the end, a teacher teaching a classroom going, look, and in this outer realm, these people exist, and then this here, and it's the word bubbles are insane. Like, I remember one time there's like 25 word bubbles from the same character going back and forth, and whoo! And I mean, I like reading Silver Age stories, but I wasn't expecting that. The art threw me off. Has an anime feel to it or manga feel to it. You have to read 3 times Monsters to get it. Not saying it's bad at all. It's just it's a different experience than going into Berserk. Going, oh, guy picks up a sword. There's a fairy. Guy hacks up demon after having sex with demon. Like, it's a little different. Have you read the Quorum yet? Not yet, brother. You recommend it?
What's better run, Batman by Scott Snyder or Jeff Loeb?
Somebody asked.
The comment. Yeah, that's the comment you picked.
What? Okay, I'm sorry.
Go.
Better run, Batman by Snyder or Jeff Loeb? In the end, oh shoot, man. I'm going to go with Jeff Loeb's. Jeff Loeb in the end had Jim Lee. Had a really good, and despite of how people feel about Hush, I really enjoyed it as it was coming out. Haunted Night was solid, but by the time you got to Long Halloween, knowing that I actually enjoy year 2 and it retconned year 2, meaning year 2 did not take place anymore after Long Halloween. Now Long Halloween is known as Batman year 2. I'm okay with that. The story is so good. It is so good. And Dark Victory is year 3. It's excellent.
Okay, so
I go with Jeff Loeb's run.
Nyan Yan says, I'm getting the vibe that Starman is like a comic equivalent to Stand By Me or Field of Dreams. And me and his brother make fun of Field of Dreams.
My brother was making fun of Field of Dreams last night. Because I was like, do y'all want to watch a 4K version of Field of Dreams? They're like, no.
We're good to go.
Who doesn't like Field of Dreams? Halfway through New Mutants Omnibus, really enjoying it. The Hellions arc, which is before, yes, that's towards the end. I think issue 17, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see if memory serves me right. Is the cover of Jetstream versus Cannonball by Bill Sienkiewicz, and then issue 18 kicks off the Bill Sienkiewicz run, which, if you've not read, is a game changer for the run. Because, not that Brent Anderson was a bad artist or anything, or Bob McLeod was a bad artist, but issue 18 is so different, the tone and everything, from the rest of the New Mutants. Where did you go? New Mutants. Enjoy it. And somebody was asking if it's sold out, if it's sold well. It's the one that I was gauging, like, how well is this still? By the way, can somebody check? I only have one. First world problems. I only have one screen today. Can somebody check to see if it's still available, the standard edition, at cheap graphic novels or in stock trades?
I'm not going to.
Look at that, Wait, Matthew. Field of Dreams is one of my favorite movies. I consider it kind of a guilty pleasure. Wait a minute. No, there's no guilt in pleasuring with that movie.
It's a good movie.
It's a wonderful movie.
Just not for me and your brother. She's got James was saying all this talk about books were the Alf puppets. I just do want to spam with Alf. How about I'll
Josh, I reached out to my contact at IDW, who is down to one person. I hate to sound like a broken record, but any word on the massive list of IDW reprints we've been asking about? Nothing yet. All I get is the automated like PR thing from IDW, sadly, and I'm so sorry. If I ever Keith is my last guy there, last man standing, and I get it. He is super swamped and super busy because he is doing 3 people's jobs. They're not hiring, so I really hope. Did you see, though, Josh, that we are actually going to get a Phase 3 Volume 1? And I called it, right? Remember when I'm like, people are like, no, they'll keep up Phase 2, Volume 14, Volume 13. I'm like, no, there's no way. They're going to do a Phase 3. And they did. Phase 3, Volume 1 is coming out next year. I'm new to comics. Oh, thank you so much, Juan, for the super chat. Where do I start with either DC or Marvel? There's so much. I have no idea where to start with any superhero. This is a really good question. People have been asking me to do videos of where, best starting points for characters, because in my head, I still have that mentality of a kid that, anybody can jump in at any issue and go back and reread the things from the past. But now we have these things called collected editions or graphic novels where these stories are collected into one trade paperback or one hardcover. So it's easier to go, go and read X-Men God Loves, Man Kills. Go and read X-Men by Grant Morrison. Go and read Onslaught, whatever. So that's a segment that I'm probably going to start because I get asked these questions a lot from new comic book readers and that are new to graphic novels. Sorry, that was a long answer, and I still haven't answered your question. Where to start reading? Find out what you like, man, and don't buy into the omnibus. Save your money. I never want to push $100 book on somebody new to comics, right? Unless you've got the money. If you got the money, more power to you. Thank you for the super chat. But Uncanny X-Men, for me, like Giant Size 1 is a good example of a good Silver Age story. And it's a long saga. And if you enjoy it, if you get past those first few issues, get to the John Byrne run, and then start seeing what the three creators, Terry Austin, and the colors, and the editors, what they're doing. It's an amazing ride. Spider-Man, you can start. Honestly, the Silver Age stuff of Spider-Man is solid. The Steve Ditko artwork and Stan Lee, the Fantastic Four Volume 2, the Omnibus Volume 2 that's coming out reprinted, has some of the best Silver Age stories. Now, if Silver Age is not for you, Amazing Spider-Man by JMS Volume 1, which I did say is going to be reprinted. We still don't have a date yet, but I never let David forget that he said they're going to reprint it. So don't worry, that is coming. JMS Volume 1. It's a great jumping on point for people getting into Spider-Man that don't want to read the Silver Age stuff. X-Men, either Morrison's run or Joss Whedon's run on X-Men. Both are solid. And Whedon does such an amazing job that kind of gives you that love of nostalgia, even though you never read those stories. It makes you feel like you did and you were part of something big a long time ago.
That's a great way of putting it.
And now you belong to something. I think that's, as far as DC, sorry. Thank you, baby. For DC, I always tell people Green Lantern by Jeff Johns. Flash by Jeff Johns, even though it starts off a little slow. Batman Year One. Batman Year One is classic. Like, you got to go with Batman Year One. It's a really good jumping on. Scott Snyder's run on Batman is solid too. The very first omnibus. Wonder Woman by Greg Rucka. Absolutely. Rebirth. Either Rebirth or the original run that are in complete collections. You got your $4.99 worth, buddy. Sorry.
You're going to have to rewatch this.
Sorry about that.
Rewatch and write down all this stuff.
All right, you got to answer. You answer.
All right. I went upstairs to make sure the girls were in their room so they didn't hear about the Santa Claus talk. Okay. Thanks, Lionheart.
Hey,
Hi, Maddie.
you hear it?
What's up?
You can. What's up with you?
We're at, you gave me
What
just
is happening?
James Abel sent me over to Melanie to do a puppet show.
Not just one, but two stupid puppets. Two stupid
Oh,
puppets.
Lord.
Lionheart asked Melanie, does Omar still believe in Santa Claus? Ha ha! That's all I got.
That's all she got.
Well, I'm gonna go.
No, you can't go. You just got here. Party just got started, baby. When is the JMS Volume 1 coming out, Omar? When? I just said I don't know. I just said I would remind him. Maddie, how was your Christmas? What was your question?
Lionheart was like, does Omar still believe in Santa Claus?
I never did.
Yeah, he's a little bit against us doing the Santa Claus thing.
Well, no. Let me clarify. There's nothing wrong with that if that was part of your childhood. But where I grew up, how do I put it? We were too poor to believe in Santa Claus. Because if you make a kid that's 5 years old write a letter going, I want this, I want this, I want this, and your parents can only afford one thing a year, then that kid is going to be destroyed by the time Christmas comes around and stops believing in miracles and then starts questioning God.
What?
That was
Wait,
deep.
you said stops questioning God.
Starts questioning God.
Well,
So
I'm
that's my
glad
long
you
answer.
turned out good. Yeah, how are you,
Maybe.
Maddie?
Good. It was a good Christmas. Real quick, Raphael asked what my opinion on Wonder Woman 84 was.
Yeah.
I'm seeing it today at 1:30.
You haven't seen it. Okay.
So my husband's Christmas present to me was to partly book a theater so I can go see it.
Good for you.
So I can properly see it in theaters. So I've just avoided the internet as much as possible. I already learned one thing.
Omar was saying he wished he saw it in the theater as opposed to like in our living room.
It's a different experience because I think, I enjoy movies. Movies will mean more to me if I watch them in the theater first
Absolutely.
than being at home. And this movie was made to be seen in the theater, not in the living room going, is that CG? That looks like bad CG. Whereas in the theater, I'm like, that's awesome.
Right. Yeah, and I this movie meant a lot to me. So like I'd like to see it properly. And it's a nice little treat. Me just like no. Oh no. They just left me. This has happened to me again. Hi, Lionheart. My Christmas was good. It was really nice.
You're back. Hey,
I just hit the comment and it muted us out. Okay.
This happened to me earlier, my earlier live stream. But but Kristen was like glitchy, and neither of us knew who it was. We both left the studio and came back. So at one point it was just like blank.
Wait, but the important thing was the studio stayed open.
Oh yeah.
Okay, good. I always worry about that. Like,
was...
what happens? I know if the host leaves, the thing will keep going as long as somebody stays. But if both parties leave, what?
No, it keeps going. But yeah, Christmas is good, Lionheart. I got to see some family with we had all of our masks on and stuff, so we didn't get to do it like normal. But it was nice. And I got a D&D cookbook, so I made a lot of D&D recipes.
Cool.
That is so nerdy. I love it.
Yeah.
What kind of recipes? Like, what are they called?
So they're divided by race. So there's human, halfling, elf, dwarf. Did I say elf already? And then uncommon, and there's a drink section. So we made dwarven mulled wine, and I made some desserts and stuff. So we just kind of divided it. It's been fun.
You had me at wine.
Wait, really quick. You guys, Amanda's birthday is Tuesday, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you guys at any point, are you going to do a show on her birthday?
Yeah.
He wants to.
Oh, okay. Heads up that it's her birthday, so y'all can shower with birthday wishes.
Yeah, on Tuesday.
Me and Maddie? We're going to.
No, I'm talking to the people.
Oh, wait, you look at that. Dangling fruit gets so much easier every year. Omar, do you think we're going to get an incredible, thank you for the super chat, first of all. Incredible Hulk by Bruce Jones Omni. I need it in my life. It would definitely fit, right before the Greg Pak stuff, before. But then how would you collect? No, Tempest Fugit, you could throw into a Peter David omnibus. Yeah, I could see that. And honestly, it would fit into one omnibus. It's a good run. It's a different run. It's got I don't know if anybody remembers the TV show The Hitchhiker, but it's got that feel to it where you focus less on the main character and more about the road trip and the people that are around you and that you meet. So I like that run. I think it would be good.
I like Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, British.
Nope, that is
special show.
That's different.
We have a nice question from Nick Lindsay. It's a difficult question to answer, really. Do male characters or female characters have a better chance of drawing more women to the comic book world? I think naturally, I think female characters will, draw more because people want to see themselves. It's not necessary. I think Melanie understands too. I think Omar understands, but like, we all love media, especially growing up, that didn't feature characters that look like us, right? It's like, video games now. I can play a lot of women. I didn't get to when I was growing up. That was fine. But I do get excited when I see people that look like me. So I think naturally, that's why more diverse characters tend to bring in a more diverse audience to comic books. And once you get one character, someone to fall in love with, you open the floodgates. And then they want to know a bunch about everybody, I think.
Yeah, I agree that it's human nature to want to have somebody to relate to. I don't think about it until someone points it out, if that makes sense. Like, right, because they're great stories, and what am I trying to say? But then it's like a really nice when there is somebody you relate to. I don't know. Does that make sense?
No, it does, because I think you don't automatically think about it, but sometimes when there is, it's like, oh, that's nice. It's like when the new Wonder Woman got announced, everybody was like, Maddie, she looks like you. Well, when I had bangs, not now. But or like seeing a woman my body size in Strangers in Paradise.
Do your eyebrows again.
What I do?
Yeah, that's all.
You should have been a wrestler with those kind of eyebrow moves.
I can't do I can. Right. But I can't do it pretty because The Rock does it cool, and I'm like,
oh wow.
That looked like you got something like a fly that went in your eye.
Yeah, I can't do it.
That's a good question, and I agree with these ladies. I grew up in a time when there weren't characters that looked like me, but I can completely see kids now like being drawn to comic books or movies because they have characters that look like them and act like them. So I think it's important.
Well, that's why DC's like kids line is really important. Kids, but like young adult line's been really important, right? It's like, one, there's been some really great things that come out of it. Some of it are just okay, but it's such a great entryway for a lot of like younger audiences and even like older audiences that don't find typical action comics accessible because they're very people-centric first, character-centric first, which is nice.
Raphael says representation is important. Love the Puerto Rican flag showing up in Miles Morales video game.
Yeah.
I don't have a PS5. I haven't played it.
You can play it on PS4. Right?
Yeah. But honestly, I don't play video games. I'll play it in 10 years, I'm sure, and be like, oh, this game was cool.
Nocturne 22, I would fight with my sister as a kid over who could play as the one female character in co-op. That's true.
That's
I
awesome.
always go for the girls in fighting games, but also they're just quicker, and I fight better when they're quicker.
A lot of my guy friends, if there's a choice to play as a woman or a man, they tend to play as a woman. Now, I think I've heard Omar's, I don't know if it's you said, somebody said like it's more fun to watch the female backside while you're playing the game. But I say like it's just more fun to play as somebody that's not me. Or like the characteristics they have are better.
Yeah. I mean, there's a reason why my Shudanui is on my team. Okay, 2 reasons. She's on my team of King of Fighters. Thank you for the super chat. What do you think about Grant Morrison's run on Batman? I'm thinking about buying his first omnibus. Is still on the fence. Is Morrison essential? I think it's excellent. It's it can get confusing as hell though by the time you get to Batman Rest in Peace because it stops being almost linear and becomes this really heavy just study of the way that Bruce is and the Batman backup brain. And for anybody that has read it knows exactly what I'm talking about. It's almost like looking at a computer and it is deep and heavily tied into Final Crisis.
Is that like Sherlock's Palace Temple?
I wish it was that simple. But when you read it, you'll see what I'm talking about because it is confusing. You're like, wait, so is he dead? What's happening? It's really interesting.
That sounds like Morrison.
But it's Morrison. It's good. You just got to give it give it a good read through.
Can I just say this really quick? Raphael says your personality is defined by who you choose in Mario Kart. One of the worst things I ever heard my husband say, I'm not going to repeat it, was because of Mario Kart. Mario passed him at the very last second. Oh, it's graphic.
I
Can't repeat it.
I don't think I've ever yelled that at a human being,
Nope,
but a fictional
nope.
character. Boy,
You
that
got me
Mario,
if you did.
that Mario had it coming, dude. He passed me up at the last second.
Lionheart said, I want to use Batgirl in the upcoming Gotham Knights game for PlayStation 5. That I am so excited for.
Which Batgirl are they? I'm assuming they're using Barbara for that.
Yeah, I think it's Burnside.
Okay. I wish there were different skins, like for
Well,
the
there may be.
any of them, like
Games.
Stephen Brown or Cassandra Cain, or that would be really cool if they did that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Omar, did you connect to Sunspot in New Mutants?
So this is a really good question, because we talk about representation, and no, I never did. New Mutants was from South America, where I was from. But see, the problem was Sunspot was Brazilian and spoke Portuguese. So he would always go, "Ay, Madonna." And I'm like, "What's a Madonna? Oh, you mean Mother Mary, dude? Come on." I actually connected more with the character of Rain, Wolfsbane, because she was Catholic, and the things that happened to her in her past. You know, she was afraid of religion. She was afraid of God. Like, her and both Moonstar, both of them are like my favorite characters from the New Mutants days. Until much later, right? Where Rusty and Skids. I think I'm the only fan of Rusty. I'm a big fan of him. But I never connected with Sunspot, right? Like, Sunspot, that's cool, like, if he's your favorite character, but not for me. Even though I guess he kind of looked like me. For me, it was Rain. That's it. Best value omnibus for price tag, in your opinion, Omar? What a question. You know,
we're doing it again. Okay.
It's okay. I got, and it wasn't an argument. Somebody came onto my channel about 3 months ago and decided that they wanted to strongly state their opinion on the Donny Cates Cosmic Omnibus. And for me, I don't mind people stating your opinions, but don't call them facts if you don't know what you're talking about. You know, I don't mind you saying, this is horrible, this is a bad idea. That's cool. That's your opinion. But don't come in here going, this is the worst like value omnibus ever in the history between Marvel and DC. And make it fact, because they were like, you know, this is, if we buy this, Marvel's going to start making 400-page omnis and start selling selling them for $100. And I'm like, well, this has happened before. And he said, no, it has not. And I said, oh, shit, dude, give me 1 second. So I started listing the top 10 omnis that have, you know, were less pages for $100 or $75. It's not the first of its kind. But as far as the best, man, I guess War of the Realms. I mean, it's over 1,500 pages. It's $125.
Mm-hmm.
Best bang for your buck. There you go, man. I hope, I did tell David that needs to get restocked though, because it went out of stock quick.
Zoom asks, do you think CGN or IST will ever open a warehouse in Europe? IST is such a small, I mean, they're growing a lot, especially this year, but they're you know, a state south of us. I don't think they ever have the capacity to really do that, especially when it feels like more like a family biz, right? I can't speak for CGN, but
IST is also under the umbrella of DCBS and Lunar Shipping and Tales of Wonder, right? So I guess if anybody can, they maybe, but even them, like, I remember asking Cameron a couple of years ago, and he was like, there's no way. Part of that, of course, is the importing tax and all that, going overseas for these kind of things, which is why a lot of people have instead suggested maybe Marvel or DC opening up some kind of publishing company over there. Kind of like what they have in Europe with Hachette and Panini. I think that would be a smarter move.
That makes me hungry.
Okay. And also, Ted, this is a really good question. How did they get Rain from Rain? How do you all pronounce it? Because I've always pronounced it Rain too. Like I
don't know.
And I remember
if I saw that, I wouldn't say Rain, but
what would you say?
I don't know. Like Ron or something.
Well, I would
honestly,
I use the H.
Until I read this book, it was a one-shot Wolverine, and it was called Reign of Terror.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, oh, I guess maybe her name is supposed to be Reign of Terror.
That's true.
And that was how I started saying it back then, and I guess that's how it is.
Mm-hmm. Ron with a Boston accent. I can't do a Boston accent.
Oh yeah. So this is a good. Netflix just added an X-Men anime from 2011. Have any of you watched it? I got to this, and it was not for me, even though I absolutely love X-Men. Yeah, they dropped like the X-Men anime and the Wolverine anime. I haven't watched it yet, but have you guys seen it?
I saw it years ago when it came out, because back when I had a website and a podcast, the company that made those sent me those Iron Man and Blade to review. I did not like the X-Men one, or the Iron Man was actually pretty solid. Blade was okay, but I don't think I even made it to Wolverine. It wasn't for me. You know, he's animated really nice though.
Yeah.
James said, will you still be going live next Saturday, or will you still be watching Cobra Kai season 3?
Dude, I saw that they pumped up, but like, whoo. Okay, so I just saw the announcement that Cobra Kai is coming out earlier, and I'm like, yeah, man. Oh, dude, I am so pumped for Cobra Kai season 3. The fact that they've had it done for over a year, I'm ready, dude. My body's ready. I've been making her watch season 2 or rewatching my the episodes, because I just love that show.
My body is ready.
My body is ready for Cobra Kai, boy. You don't know. Let me tell you something. If Allie with an eye shows up at the end, I'm rip my damn shirt off. I'm bounce off that couch,
see that,
dude. Oh, and it's funny.
You gotta get up. What if you got up early Saturday before and watch it before?
I'll do it. I'll watch all 10 episodes before the live.
Get up early.
Ain't nobody spoiling Cobra Kai season 3 for me. I'm so excited for that show, and the fact that it got picked up for another season. Oh man, I was worried when it came to Netflix, because sometimes Netflix pulls these moves where they're like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna cancel your favorite show, like Dark Crystal and Anne with an E."
I'll never forgive them for
that. Netflix.
I'll just have to say, I've never heard you tell me that your body is ready.
I show you. I go. It's action. I don't have to tell you.
I feel like we're being brought to the bedroom talk here.
I just couldn't pass up the opportunity.
This is a good question that he keeps that Mohammed keeps asking, and that's okay. And the question is, what do you think about DC's current situation? And I've stated this on my channel a lot when I get asked this, and that's, I don't know how I feel yet, because I don't have all the facts. All I hear is just rumors. Mm-hmm. The facts are that I know so far is that a lot of people that I used to talk to at DC are gone. Every single person that I talked to, with the exception of one person, Josh, is gone. And the fact is that the catalog for next year shows 1/3 of the books that they used to put out for collected editions. And that's never a good sign, right? Or it could mean that they're restructuring everything. And the fact is, they're not going to be publishing as many books as they used to. I mean, this is a company that did the New 52, and they did 52 books a month, and now it's not even, good Lord, what is it, 30, I think, after Future State?
Yeah.
So I have some thoughts, but I don't want to start any more rumors. I don't want to add fuel to that fire of everybody on the internet claiming that DC is shutting the doors. Like, you know, I think
it's too early to say. And, you know, in a regular company, if you went through restructuring like this, which they obviously are, as well as like, you know, they're switching around the talent as well, which I'm excited for, you know, and I'm trying to stay optimistic, but like there's a transition period, right? So I'm not surprised that numbers are lower for this year. I think it's going to take a bit while they restructure and switch things around.
That's a good point
to fix that up. So I think it's too early for anybody to say. I think we're just going to have to wait and see throughout the rest of the year what that's going to look like. I am excited for the new books and stuff that are coming out, though. I'm being overly optimistic about it, maybe because I want something to look forward to next year, but I'm really excited, at least for those.
So, here's a good statement from Josh. I saw on Facebook post from a comic shop that because of DC's change in distribution, they won't carry their floppies anymore because they had to jump through too many hoops. And that's one thing that I said was going to happen.
Yeah.
When DC changed distributors from Diamond exclusively, you know, there were a lot of people that were like, well, maybe this means we'll get bigger discounts now that Lunar. I'm like, no, there's no way. There's no way. If anything, people are going to stop carrying these books because some of these shops can't afford a single distributor. I mean, we're going back to the days of having 2 distributors, and that was a lot of the big problems in the 90s. So I think you know what else they did? I don't know if I think I've talked about this before. They shut down their Facebook retailers page. That's a big slap to the face of the retailers.
Yep.
When DC did that move, that literally said, yeah, good luck out there to these small comic book shops. And I know that doesn't affect everybody because I think most of you all probably are into collected editions, but that really affects a lot of these comic book stores that are thriving on every week they have to sell comics. If a comic book store cannot sell the comics that come out weekly, they can't pay the bills. And that sucks for them because that was a place for them to go and say, hey, this is something's wrong with this order or this book is misprinted. Now they don't care. They shut down the Facebook group. It's gone.
We have a super chat. I think it's related to this question up here.
It's a water bear.
Is that a water bear?
Yeah.
That is a water bear. That's so cute.
Hello, I'm Korean. Please understand my poor English. I have a question. If you were to evaluate George Perez, The War of the Gods Omnibus, what was the score? Is it worth buying the Omnibus?
And that makes perfect sense.
And your question was well worded. Save your money. Because if you want The War of the Gods, all 4 issues are already collected in George Perez's Wonder Woman Volume 3. All the Wonder Woman tie-in issues, which are the only real important tie-in issues, are collected in George Perez's Wonder Woman Volume 3. Unless you want the entire event to see what Superman is dealing with at the time, or Batman. I don't think Batman's even in it. Or the Infnity. Like, that's the only way that I would get this. I didn't buy it because I already had Wonder Woman Omnibus Volume 3. I hope I answered your question. I hope you... Water Bear. Don't care.
What? I remember that song. Josh says that this person's English is better than his.
It's my only language. This has been asked a lot. Is the Conan the Barbarian by Busick already out of print? Yes, both covers are gone. So New Mutants. Did anybody check? Did anybody check if New Mutants is still in?
No, I said they do it.
You gonna say they do it? Okay.
Well, can we? So wait, can we go into that one?
That's a good one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Eli says, what do you think about comic book death and the fact that no one stays dead in comics? Do you feel like it takes away from the experience? Do you feel this affects readership? I'll tell you, my daughter, when she reviewed Persona 5, one thing she was mad at Persona 4, one thing she was mad about is that a character came back from the dead, and she felt like it cheapened the death. So I'll tell you, that's her opinion. For me, I want the stories to continue. So yeah, you're like, they're probably not really dead, right? But I want the stories to continue. So I'm kind of just neutral about it.
Yeah, I think there's pros and cons, right? Because the one thing is, if you lose a character that you really like, they're probably going to come back, which is great. And still some of the deaths are still very impactful. Like Jean Grey. Oh my gosh, how to forget? Anyways, other days. But like, the downside is because these characters always come back, I think it makes it easier for writers to throw them away, which makes me sad. Because they're like, well, it's fine. Eventually we'll reboot, they'll be back, whatever. And that bums me out. And am I speaking from a particular experience with a character I really love? Yes. But at least I know he'll eventually come back.
We used to have a word for these kind of things, and we used to call it Bucky dead. Oh, that guy, he's Bucky dead. Or that girl, that's they're Bucky dead.
Was saying.
Oh yeah, right.
Mm-hmm.
And now we can't use that anymore. Now I guess we have to stick with Uncle Ben dead.
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah, Uncle Ben.
Uncle Ben.
Like, oh yeah, man, so and so is Uncle Ben dead. But when I was a kid, this impacted me in different ways. Like when a character died, and this is a little bit of a spoiler, but during like Fall of the Mutants, when Doug died, I didn't care about Doug, but him getting shot and nobody noticing that he died until after the battle, and they find his lifeless corpse was the most heartbreaking moment, like in New Mutants. Like that was so well written. And then a couple issues later with Poor Dead Doug, where Warlock doesn't understand the concept of death, so he tries to reanimate Doug to show his friends that he's okay. He's walking around again, and it's just a corpse. I was like, man, that is such a dark and powerful story. But now even Doug is back. Like, it doesn't take away how I felt back then, but it also means these days I'm like, whatever. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
X of or 10 of swords, right? I'm like, okay, yeah, she'll be back. Or they can just, I mean, that's almost the joke. That the joke for X-Men, I was like, oh, I got better. Oh, they got better. That was always the answer. And now Hickman has taken a spin on that and pretty much just said, yeah, nobody is really dead unless there's some weird little conditions that they die in the astral plane or in the magic realm. So
I was thinking like Gwen Stacy's a good example of a death that's still very, very impactful. That's still very memorable. Even though, things have though we have changed.
We have a spider ghost spider. Yeah, but even...
But yeah, it cheapens it now. Like, it can make it difficult to get attached to a death currently.
It's she's younger and it's not his girl, but in a way it's still like you're connected to this soul in some way.
Mm-hmm.
This is an excellent question, which I will be talking about in detail. So he's asking, can I skip Uncanny X-Men altogether and start X-Men by Jim Lee and Chris Claremont? My answer is absolutely, but you're going to be confused as hell because I think everybody has expectations of what this Chris Claremont and Jim Lee Omnibus is going to be like. And it's going to surprise everybody because it's not what you think it is. So I'll be doing an overview of that this week and talking about exactly what to expect.
Why don't we do this and then...
You okay? You sound like you're choking.
Yeah, on my zone bar. Let's see. Oh, and Maddie, you too. We just need to do something.
It's those Kentucky allergies. I've been dying all day. I'm so sorry.
So Fraser says, "Happy holidays, everyone. Only able to drop by for a moment."
Thank you.
Thank you so much. That's really sweet.
That was really sweet. So we have a couple of little, not little, but
cards,
holiday cards that came in. Christmas
Cute.
cards. We have one from Joe Anderson, and who's that one from?
This is from Miller. Let's see.
Okay. So
Mr. Awesome.
This is Mr. Awesome.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's Becky. Becky, what's her name? Becky Lynch. All right. So I'm gonna read this really quick. Omar, Melanie, and the rest of the crew at NMC. Happy holidays and Merry Festivus. I've only been watching your channel for a year or so, and I'm a big fan of everything you all do. I try to watch the live show every Saturday. Hope you're here today. Live show, but sometimes that is when my wife wants to go shopping.
Oh,
my wife is watching with us today.
Go shopping.
I think he meant shopping. There was no quotations. She was listening to the other day when you drew my name for the Queen and Country. Oh, it was a joke. Okay.
Yeah.
I hope you got your books, man. I'm sorry I made that mistake earlier. Books and couldn't believe it. I'm a fan of Ruckus and have never read that book. Thank you, Melanie, for double buying them. That was my Christmas gift that we gave you somebody. I tend to do that sometimes too. I hope this finds you all doing well and staying healthy and rocking an Alf on the shelf. Happy
Alf on the shelf.
Happy holidays, Joe. Thank you. Thank you, Joe. So we do have a P.O. box for people that want to send us whatever.
Yeah, we love getting mail. It's fun.
It is a lot of fun to read stuff. So,
let's see. So we have a cute Disney Merry Christmas card from Mr. Awesome.
Okay.
And little doodles there.
cute.
Says, to Omni, to Merry Special You, have a fun one. Thanks for the great community. May you, your friends, and family have a joyful and safe holiday season, and God bless. Thank you.
Thor.
Thank you.
Thor, smiley face.
Thank you.
Okay.
Also go on our fridge. Do these go on our fridge?
Yeah, but right now I'll just, you can't see it. Okay.
All
Here.
right.
All right. Oh, wait, can we do swag? Maddie, you got any swag? Geeky things to show off?
For Christmas, is what she means.
I mean, I bought stuff recently.
Sure. Okay.
I bought Clover.
Oh, good for you.
It's not good.
Brother.
I bought it for my brother too. Don't say it's not good.
I mean, it is it's beautiful as an art book. It's a beautiful collected edition. I don't regret owning it. I'm gonna buy all the other Clam stuff. It just, reads a little bit like a fan fiction, which is fine. And I got Kageki Shoujo. I've been on a manga kick for the first time in years.
That's a cute cover.
Yeah, it's about this all-female theater group, kind of like Takarazuka, if anybody's heard about that in Japan. It looks really cute. And there's stuff down here. My room's so messy. Okay. And I got Oh Maidens in Your Savage Season, Volume 2, which is good.
Okay.
There's other stuff that's in the other room.
Oh, we got something from JT. Hi, Omni and Maddie. Merry Christmas. I hope you all had a wonderful holiday. JT, I did open up a case with the post office. He's the only one of our winners that didn't get his stuff yet. He lives in Malaysia, and for some reason they said they attempted a delivery, but that's all the post office master can see. So he's opened up a case, and that was on Wednesday when I did that. It was the day before Christmas. So if I hear anything, I will let you know.
Okay. Let's see. So Omar bought me some vinyls.
Ooh.
And we've got Furikuri.
Yes.
And I'm excited for that one. This is for the girls and I.
Oh my gosh, this one's awesome.
Mega Man 1 through 11 soundtrack on vinyl.
Oh, that's so cool.
Because the girls are obsessed with Mega Man right now. Robot Masters.
Adam is making a strong statement. This is the last time I'm posting this. I'm saying it like that. I know you're not saying it. New Mutants Omni is back order, not in stock at Diamond. Oh. Meaning back order, so that is out of print, which meaning they're waiting on the printers, and I don't think the printers are going to kick off New Mutants. Well, I'm going to ask about that. Thank you, Adam, for finding that out. Go ahead, baby.
Okay, and last but not least, just of the geeky presents, Pee-wee's Big Adventure soundtrack on vinyl.
You gotta tell Tina.
But look. There's not enough to cover both sides, so they had to have back to school.
Yeah.
Who was it?
It's Rodney Dangerfield.
Rodney Dangerfield's back on the other side. Oh, I love it. Hey, I got to get the books that I got you.
Okay, baby.
Where are they?
Upstairs.
Where we need to talk vinyl sometime because now I have 2 record players.
I heard. Yeah, I'm excited for you. Oh no, I thought I escaped vinyl for this happened. It's just my wife, because if I get into vinyl, then we're going to be replacing all of it because I know how I am when it comes to these things. So
if MagFest had happened this year, I would have bought a ton because there's always like a fan gamer comes and they sell like a ton of really good video game soundtrack vinyls.
Mm-hmm.
But luckily, well, not luckily, COVID happened, so it was canceled. But
so they're asking if I can set up an interview with Jim Lee. I would love that. So I'm going to start actually reaching out to creators or their representatives early next year.
Oh, Raphael loves the Mega Man vinyl.
So I will. Is Lionheart in there? Because I know Lionheart would love that. So I'll start reaching out to creators or their representatives and seeing if I can get some stuff lined up, because I have a lot of fun doing that stuff. There's a lot of questions that I have for them, and I think a lot of them come with this sage advice for all the people that have been wanting to create their own comic books for a long time. Excalibur does need to be restocked. I think David knew about Excalibur. I sent him a list of all these books that are currently out of stock, and I highlighted the ones that I think were gone in mere minutes. So
here, let's get.
I need to real quick. This is so true, Arturo, because like I watched Soul yesterday.
How was it?
Dead ass Rob looks like this dude. He really does.
He's got a hipster hat.
He wears a fedora the whole time. He's got glasses. He got the same, it's the same person. Soul's really good. It was really good.
I haven't seen it yet, but I want to because it's Pixar, right?
Yeah.
Omar, how long does it take for Diamond to cancel and automatically delete the back order given by comic book shops? Is it 2 months? It's a long time. It's weird. I have a major FOMO for Wolverine. Wolverine, I do have that. That's in the description of this video. Wolverine Volume 1 is coming back into stock in February. So you're not going to miss out on it. I promise you, Dean.
So here are the 3 books that I bought Omar that he didn't have. So I thought he liked.
I'm very excited. So first of all, she got me this right here. First of all, you had me at Joelle Jones. This is an early Joelle. This is early Joelle Jones work. So she started the book. It's written by Jamie Rich. So it's a crime noir type of story from Oni Press called "You Have Killed Me." So it starts off. I started reading it. It starts off with the detective going, "Yeah, this story starts off like every crime story with a woman." Women. Morning in America. I have no idea what this is about, but I fell in love with the artwork.
Yeah, it's an kind of like Paper Girls feel. I mean, I guess from the description, but just an 80s of what is it that they do?
They're trying to stop an apocalypse from happening.
Yeah, it's a team, and they're good at.
It's Magdalene Visaggio is the writer. Magdalene Visaggio. I hope I'm saying her name right. And then Claudia Aguirre is the artist, and I love her artwork. She did Kim
Ace
and
says, Kim. And hi, Ace. Ace
Okay.
says that Morning America is dang good.
Dang good. Okay,
I
and
trust Ace.
this is something that's been on my radar that I have never read. So
You're gonna love it.
Yeah, Gio did a review on it, and I was like, oh yeah, this is something that
big
Omar
shout
would
out
like.
to my buddy Gio and his channel, A Week in Geekdom.
Is
But
Sheets published by First Second?
it is published by
Oni Press.
Katakal, but Oni
Okay.
Press is the one that this
Okay.
is from.
Oh.
Jose Fuentes,
Thank you,
muchas
Jose.
gracias for the super chat or super sticker. Did you have a question, Jose? Sometimes super chats is weird.
It doesn't show the sticker. So did Pixar's Rob 64? It was actually a really good movie. Oh yeah, thanks, Maddie. Yeah,
Yeah.
put back on there. Elise is asking about any big
Elias, right?
Sorry.
Elias, that's okay.
Any big time reprints to announce soon.
Well, literally just yesterday, during the Christmas gift that my wife gave me episode, I secretly announced 2 omnis for the people watching, and that is the reprint of Captain America, The Death of Captain America Omnibus, coming out next year. That was voted number 5 on our poll for most wanted reprints, and the Amazing Spider-Man by David Michelinie and Todd McFarlane Omnibus reprint. There's another on Monday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to be going over the April catalog from Marvel, the solicitations, and you'll see in detail that there's variant covers for them, and as well as another omnibus I have not previously announced. And it ties into a TV show that they're doing. So
Yeah. And News Pewee
Ringmaster,
channel,
yes,
what is Sheets about? I suggest you go check out, oh my goodness, Gio's channel, Week in Geekdom. He's got a really good review on it.
I know Maddie's also a fan of it too. Somebody was, I thought I had answered this. I'm sorry. Ringmaster, yes. Conan the Barbarian by Kurt Busiek is already out of print. Maybe you keep leaving and then come back and I answer your question. And then when you come back, you're like, did he answer it? Maybe he didn't. I'll yell it. The Conan Barbarian.
Real quick, some people are asking our thoughts at Wonder Woman 84. I'm seeing it today at 1:30, so nobody say anything.
Oh, the
at
chat's
all.
really good about spoilers.
Don't tell me if it's good. Don't tell me if it's bad.
Okay.
I will gladly talk about it next weekend.
We will. Alf TV series reboot confirmed. No, JT.
Let's rock out. Ace, you're so sweet. She said,
Yeah, they're the best.
hey, where is it?
Up there.
Maddie and Melanie, how are y'all's butts doing today? I know sitting on the top of the tree is hard work. I like how it starts out really weird.
You're gonna hit on
Maddie.
you gonna hit on my girls like, oh, I love it. Thank you,
Thank
Ace.
you, Ace.
That's pretty good. I'm gonna have to write that one down.
Okay. Yeah, see, James is happy. Elf is back. All I can do with his voice
Why
is
are y'all so pumped for Alf? I don't understand. I thought it was a joke. And
It
then
is. That's what
now
makes it
everybody's really pumped for I don't understand.
What's funny is when I was interviewing
It's
Fabian
fun.
Nicieza, he was the editor on Alf at the time, and he talked about this cover. And he was like, they just wanted to have that cover where Alf is doing things to that poor seal.
No, he said they didn't even realize what it looked like. They were like, it's just wrestling a seal. And then afterwards, they were like, oh, he's the editor when that happened. No, it's just fun to have an inside joke, right? Alf's not a good show at all. It's just fun to be silly.
Ever read any UK old comics? I've been reading Judge Dredd, and I'm loving them. They also sent me Slain, which I can't wait to read. It looks like a Conan the Barbarian type of book. And I mean, off and on my channel, I've done some UK books, but I don't know about old. I guess it depends on your definition of old. Laughing my ass off. Alpha Fabian was like, Alf doesn't even have a penis.
Oh, yeah, he did say that. Ringmaster said that he did leave for a
Oh,
minute,
you
that's
did? Okay.
why.
I hope you got your answer, brother. But it is. Slain is brilliant. I've heard, man. I can't wait to do it. I screwed up my super chat. Jose,
You can ask again
what was your question, brother?
or say something.
Or just say it again.
Or ask it again,
You
and
can.
Melanie and Maddie and myself will try to find it.
What about an interview with Roy Thomas?
Yes. Oh my gosh, I would love an interview with Roy Thomas.
Can I be there?
Yeah. Do you like Roy Thomas?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. I remember when we read the Kree Scroll War, you were like, this is one of the worst books I've read.
Well, it's not because of that. It's because it's Red Sonja is why.
His Conan is a lot different than that stuff too. So I can imagine the Red Sonja being.
Oh, I love his Red Sonja.
Written.
I've never read a Red Sonja I didn't like, so can't say the same for Vampirella. But Red Sonja, I can say that for.
We all finished The Mandalorian on this channel in case a lot of people don't have Disney Plus in their country, so we haven't really, unless we're making an episode reviewing it, we haven't really said anything about it.
And we kind of tossed around the idea of doing that, which we could.
Yeah, we still could.
Yeah, because I've been watching all of like the related material too to better understand everything.
Related material? You mean the movies?
No. I did watch it finally. I finished it, yeah, but no, Clone Wars and Rebels.
Oh yeah, I like that show.
Because those are all related to the show.
I would love to interview John Byrne, and I know he's a grouchy old man. I know he's negative about everything, but
you're good with that.
I really want to know, like, all these things that I've wanted to know, and I know he'll shoot me down and make fun of me because that's just the way John Byrne is. But I'm okay with that. I would love to talk to John Byrne. I don't think he would ever do an interview though, like unless you're the Sci-Fi Channel or someone big like Entertainment Tonight's still a thing. Hollywood Reporter. That's it. John Byrne is grouchy. Oh my God, he's been a grouchy old man before he became a grouchy old man. That's just John Byrne. Jose Fuentes asked this question. Thank you so much. What was it?
Okay.
Okay, where is it? Let's see. Jose Fuentes. Okay.
Okay.
You could retcon an X-Men plot or character. Which one would you retcon? Character? Oh God. The Ken. I hate the Ken. He never grew on me. The idea of Wolverine having a kid, a son, and then Daniel Way in a stupid, ridiculous way trying to make it cool, like, he got on my nerves. I can't, and I don't want to spoil it because in case people haven't read it, so I can't even talk about the thing that gets on my damn nerves about that character. As far as the storylines, I would retcon the hell out. Oh God, I got so many. I got so many that are so bad. I mean, yeah, you could go easy and say, okay, the devil being Nightcrawler's dad, that's kind of bad. Damn it. No, I'm not gonna go with that one. Okay, you know what I had a hard problem with, and I know people will disagree with me, and that's okay, but this is just my personal opinion. Brian Michael Bendis's okay, and I think this is where people will disagree with me, and that's okay. I hate it. The whole Iceman is gay thing. Not because, okay, and even if, like, sure, the alternate timeline, original 5, Iceman gay, okay, fine. But the 616 Iceman being gay really, really, like, that one bothered me for a long time. I don't mind characters coming out when it makes sense for the character, right? The problem, and I know people are like, well, he's kind of be hinted at, like, being gay. Not really. Like, the problem with comics back in the 80s and 70s, 60s, and into the 90s is that we were able to read these characters' thoughts through word bubbles. So for characters like North Star to come out, I remember as a kid thinking, of course, that actually makes sense. It ties into the character that he was. For Iceman, 616 Iceman, not OG 5 Iceman, like it came out of nowhere. And I was so upset about that. Because I can understand original 5 alternate timeline Iceman being gay because he's a newer character, but a character that I've been reading about for 30 years, never once hinting at the fact that, he likes the same sex, was so strange, and it felt forced, and it felt like a Bendis got you moment. Like, yes, I am being progressive with my writing. And the way that Iceman came out was just ridiculous too. It wasn't him like coming out. It was Jean Grey saying, "Oh, and you're gay." Haha. And Iceman's like, "What?" Why? Don't tell anybody. Like, it just felt so weird and forced. But anyway.
Like undeserved.
Yeah, I like when things happen naturally. I like when, but this is just my opinion, of course. No, you don't have to agree with me because there's plenty of people, and I understand what it means to a lot of people, but just in my opinion. Did you ever read? You read that run, right, Maddie? You read the Brian Michael Bendis run of X-Men? Okay, I didn't know if you had or not. Maybe
I think I read bits and pieces, but I never read it the whole way.
Maybe we should, for old reader and new reader, just to see, like, because
I would like to redo some different X-Men runs, anyways, because I wanted to. I don't know. I have it. I just kind of like picked. I just kind of started and not finished a bunch of them out of order.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mitchell, thank you for the super chat. Is there a Marvel Civil War omnibus or hardcover collection of everything that happened with the characters? The box set is the only way to get everything. Civil War has just a collection of oversized hardcovers, and a lot of those are out of print. Like the Spider-Man one is near impossible to find. I'm kind of pushing for a Civil War omnibus because it does have beautiful artwork. So we'll see what happens in 2021.
Thank you for helping me choose. Instead, I decided to buy a new Frontier 15th Anniversary Edition.
Nice.
Thank you for the super chat.
Thank you for the super chat. I wish I could read your name, but for now, it's just Water Bear.
They're so cute. Hi, D-Rock.
Oh, what's up, D-Rock? I like how Melanie's in her own little world with her vinyls.
Well, I'm listening, but I just need something to do with my hands. I thought I'd open up my vinyls.
This is a good question. OG5, like the Stan Lee, right? Isn't it 616? I think it's been proven or retcon that they weren't the original 5 just because they went through so many changes. And whenever it's been established in Marvel timeline that time travel is not linear, right? Like Days of Future Past. Days of Future Past, bringing Kitty from the future to the past did not create a new world, or I'm sorry, it created a new timeline. It didn't change their future. So the characters from the past are now building their own timeline. Time travel. Where's Doc Brown with his white chart when I need him? 1985 party.
Maddie, thoughts on Boom Buffy series compared to the Dark Horse one? So I will say that I'm not completely caught up on all of the Boom Buffy. I buy everything as it comes out still to support it, but I'm not totally caught up. But I've read like the first trades of both series, Buffy and Angel. I really like the new one. I know it's not for everybody. It has its ups and downs, just like Dark Horse did.
Which one?
It really depends on
No.
Like, as far as me recommending it, it depends on someone's like familiarity with Buffy. The good thing about the Boom Buffy series is that it is available. And the bad thing about the Dark Horse one, that is just not. Now they are reprinting this slowly, which is great by Boom, which I appreciate. I loved the Dark Horse run of Buffy. I really, really liked it. Angel took a dip towards the end, but I really liked it still. But I like the new Boom Buffy. I think it's great. I think they're doing a good job of like restructuring it for like modern day in a way that is still relatable and good for old readers and new readers, or old watchers and people new to Buffy, because you still see these characters like, oh yeah, that's very true to the character, but in a fresh way. So it's nice to go back and read Buffy in a new way with new stories. So I really like it.
So I'm gonna do another thing that I got a haul from, but there's a really good. Okay, like when Morrison tried to make Beast gay. So in typical Morrison style, that was Morrison's way of just making fun of the idea that all these edgy writers like Mark Miller were trying to make, like Ultimate Colossus gay. Like that's the ultimate edgiest thing you could do. That was Morrison's way of making fun of those writers. Like, okay, out of nowhere, we'll just make Beast gay. I love that. And it's such a well played out scene too, where Beast is like, well, maybe I'm gay, or maybe I'm more of a cat. I don't know what's happening. And of course, that's classic Morrison. By the way, a huge shout out is coming to my buddy Kyle, who hooked me up with so many movies on 4K. In Steelbook, I got Wonder Woman, The Haunt, Top Gun. Oh man, this is my favorite right here. Jurassic World, all the Jurassic movies in 4K. Kyle's a big fan of the channel and somebody like that's just become my friend over the last, oh my goodness, almost 2 years now. But he also sent me
He's your sugar daddy.
Please don't call him that. This so cool. Like he sent me some comics. Like he got me Naomi #1. and
Ooh,
Skyward #1, like all these #1s of comics.
some good ones too.
Yes. Oh, this is so cool, man. Like Kyle's a good dude. He's good people.
That one's pretty.
This one's awesome. I love the fact. Yeah, the Naomi #1 is awesome. I love this cover by Joelle Jones right here.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the best. Oh,
I know how Maddie feels about that, or most people feel about
I'm
the
upset
story.
about the store. I'm upset about the marketing, but I love the dress.
Yeah.
I love those. I have those 2 covers.
And Void Trip, which I haven't read yet, and I need to. This is by Ryan Sullivan in Paradiso.
It's a really cool box.
And it comes in a box, man.
Fancy.
Doomsday Clock box. It's cool. It's fancy. But thank you so much, my buddy Kyle.
Here, I'll put it back in.
Thank you, baby. Let's take some more questions.
Real quick, Rebel Weinstein asks, as the Buffy High School is held, Lexus should collect everything so far. It collects issues 1 through 12. Then Buffy the Vampire Slayer Chosen One's #1, and a story about Giles and Wesley. It only collects the Buffy stuff, and I'm not sure that it even collects like some of the side story stuff. So I will buy it and happily do a review because I'll just keep buying all the Buffy stuff.
Yeah. Good.
But I'll have to see when it comes out, and if it comes out.
Can I be Kyle's friends too? No, I don't share my friends. Just ask Maddie. Nah, I don't mind. Somebody say sugar. My man. Here's the Jack Knight figure that my wife got me.
Oh, nice.
Like a goatee.
She got me the one with the goatee, which is the appropriate Jack Knight. And she read all of Starman for me. That was really sweet. By the way, David asked, is anybody getting the free Marvel, the Marvel calendar from your local comic book shop? I don't know if it's available last week or this week, but at your local comic shops, they have a free Marvel calendar for 2021.
Oh, that's cool.
Make sure if you have a pull list to ask your comic shop to get the one.
Mm-hmm.
Now.
Oh, so I'm doing something in January.
What are you doing?
It's a challenge.
Ooh, a challenge.
Anyone wants to join, and I'll post about it. But
what are you doing?
So
What's
One
your challenge?
Piece issue or chapter 1000 is coming out in January.
Wow, 1,000?
Yeah. So
That's a lot.
I am reading all 1,000 issues of
Uh-huh.
One Piece in January to celebrate. So I'm gonna make like a challenge about it.
Yeah.
If anyone wants to join me. So it's easily done easily, there's a lot to read, but if you are interested in joining, the Show and Jump app is only $3 a month, and it has all of it on there. You can read up to 100 issues a day. So it is like accessible. You can read on your phone, on your computer. So that is the challenge of the year for me, to read through all of it. JT, I'm already caught up. I can read that fast. You know.
She can.
So Ted asks, like on Twitch.
What? Oh, no. I mean, I'll just so Chris and I are planning to do the video on Fangirls, but if there's enough interest on the channel to do it here, we're happy to do it here instead.
You should
As
get
a-
Tina
like a
to join you.
discussion. What?
You should get Tina to join you.
Yeah.
Or she's not interested in.
Well, I'm going to talk to her today, but
Oh.
yeah, so that's that's the plan.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay.
This
And I may do a giveaway. I should figure out what would be good to give away.
Yeah.
So
Maddie being given. She's such a sweetheart. Will the calendar be available in the UK comic book stores? They're supposed to be. I don't know if it was last week or this week, but yes, it's a Fantastic Four calendar celebrating the 80 years of FF and free to a good home. Omar, I got some bad news here. What's up with the Spawn hardcovers? They still come in, out, or canceled? It looks to be like from the Diamond catalog that they were blocked. And that usually means that the publisher or somebody changed their mind about things. And what we saw was when they were blocked, immediately after that, they announced a compendium of Spawn, all the first 50 issues, I believe. So I think they might go that route with the compendium instead of hardcovers, which to a lot of us, that sucks, because I was really looking forward for a lot of people to get in those. And then continuing the Spawn original years. But it looks like the compendium is the way that Image or Todd want to go. I don't know who it was that made that call. So I guess we'll see. But that's it. I would love to interview Todd McFarlane. I love to talk to Todd. Dude, I'd interview Bendis. just because I don't like a lot of his stories doesn't mean I won't talk to the man. I know he's a good human being. I think he would make for a good conversation, and he's really good with people too. That helps. It's always because some of these writers that are so talented, they're so introvert that you almost have to crack that shell first, that first layer, in order for them to open up and start talking. What does Cap Omnibus Volume 3 collect? That collects everything linking the Return of Jack Kirby, so that's the next one, to Volume 2 from the Silver Age. So you'll have Volume 1 and 2 from the Silver Age. Volume 3 will collect everything in between Volume 3 and the Jack Kirby Omnibus. That's also being reprinted.
Ooh, good question. Happy holidays to everyone. Thank you. To you too. Opinions on Far Sector by N.K. Jemisin. It's the first Green Lantern comic I read. Absolutely love it so far. How does it compare to other Green Lantern comics? First of all, yes. Oh my God, I love that comic so much. Just, it's so good. I
agree. That was one of the picks that you had for Old Reader, New Reader, and I'm glad you picked it. It's so good.
I can't compare it to a lot of the only other Green Lantern comics I've read, Brightest Day, Blackest Night, that's it. Well, and a few that we've read together.
Yeah, we've read Rebirth and Sinestro Corps War.
Yeah.
It's really hard to compare because I like the way that this one just puts you in the middle of a story. Mm-hmm. She's already a Green Lantern. She's already in this far sector where no other Green Lantern are supposed to be. So it kind of feels a little bit like Omega Man in that aspect that, they're not allowed in this sector. So this is a special thing. So it's different, right? Because where Green Lantern usually where Kyle Rayner began, it literally is him as a novice. He doesn't have any idea how to control the ring. He has no idea there are no other Green Lanterns at the time. Or the connection that they have to Oa.
Yeah.
I think it's different. And yeah, absolutely. There are other great stories out there. Like Green Lantern by Jeff Johns is excellent. Green Lantern, Emerald Dawn or New Dawn are both excellent series that I recommend.
But luckily, it looks like she will be coming back.
Cool.
So this character's she's featured in some pictures in Future State. So I'm hoping we get more of her.
Is she canon? Because I remember we were talking about that, and we didn't know if they were going to use her in the regular DC universe.
I think she might be now, because, they're bringing her into Future State. And she's done so well. I would hope DC would make the right decision with characters like her and characters like Naomi and have them be consistently added into the main stories.
I want to read that one.
Ale, thank you for the super chat. Thank you all. If you ever make it to San Francisco Bay Area, invite to Famous Burritos and the They Might Be Giants concert.
Nice.
Know you details. Love you. And can I get a my man?
You can.
Yeah, you can. My man with They Might Be Giants concert.
You just have to throw that in there. I'm in there for the burritos.
I've been 6 times to a concert. They're all magical. One time I could reach out and touch John Linnell's accordion on the stage, but I didn't because that would be really creepy.
And she really does mean accordion, by the way. She doesn't mean anything else.
Thank you very much. That would be amazing. And thank you, Mighty Silverback.
Thank you for the super chat. This is an excellent question. Why aren't event omnis mapped chronologically? So there are 2 ways to handle this. 3 ways. Number 1, it's easy if the event omnibus is Part 1, Fantastic Four. Part 2, Amazing Spider-Man. Part 3, go get Wolverine. However, we've had events lately in the last 10 so years that they don't have a mapping. They don't have you must read this in order to follow the story. They literally are a mini-series, like Absolute Carnage or Civil War. How would you map Civil War? Where would you include Captain America 25? Well, obviously at the end, but never mind. That's a stupid question. Forget that. But then we have we have an Infinite Crisis. I think Infinite Crisis is a wonderful example of an omnibus that was mapped properly for an event, because the event was Infinite Crisis 1 through 7. However, it all started with Countdown, then the miniseries. But in between those issues of Infinite Crisis, they put in the Teen Titans Annual number 2. They put in the specials. That's a great way of mapping it. Whereas I'm assuming you're talking about like Infinity Gauntlet or Absolute Carnage, where it's the miniseries and then the event tie-ins are at the end. So I think it comes from 2 mentalities, right? Like the mentality is Infinity Gauntlet number 4 ends with the cliffhanger of the heroes going into fight. Do I really want to go and read what Quasar's doing at the donut stand and then come back to the fight?
Is that real?
No, but just
That sounds great.
but God dang it. You both are not helping my fight here.
No.
Or do you want to continue the story? And I think that's where it comes from. It's like a decision. Do we want to make sure that everything is in there? Like, honestly, for Infinity Gauntlet, I would have put in the issues of Silver Surfer at least, or in Doctor Strange. But they didn't. They gave us the big chunk of 1 through 6 and then everything else later. They did the same thing with Absolute Carnage. I would have put in the issues of Venom and Amazing Spider-Man in between, but those are kept for later. I think War of the Realms is the only one that's mapped with issues of Thor in between the War of the Realm issues. So it's a difficult thing to do. It's like, how do you please the audience? Do you want to put 13 issues in between issues 4 and 5 of a series, or do you want them to just continue that adrenaline rush of the series? So it's easier for things like Extinction Agenda or Executioner Songs, because those are literally like to be continued in New Mutants number 97, to be continued in X Factor number 84, you know? So I think it goes by case is the best way I can say it. So not all, but some are mapped the way that I would have done it.
I really like Rebel by Design's comment that said, I would map Civil War 2 straight into the bin.
That was a bad story. I think I still hate Civil War 1 even more, though. But that's just my opinion. Omar, Melanie, and Maddie.
Thank you, Ray.
So good to see you all.
Super chat.
Normally I work on Saturday morning, so being able to see y'all in real time is great. It's always good to see you, brother. And thank you. I've got everybody's gift over here.
Yes,
as soon as we can,
your gifts,
gifts over here, Maddie.
Hey.
I've opened it up and I decided not to keep it, so I'll give it back to you.
You thought I was going to open their presents on the show.
I thought you did.
Like, no, I'm not going to open their presents. I opened the whole box of presents inside.
Elias, this is what Graham wants. So since we're getting a volume 2 and 3 of no, we're getting a volume 3, not a volume 2. Can we expect a volume 1 of Silver Age Cap? So volume 1 and 2 are out of print right now. But Graham let David know that volume 1 and 2 are out of print. So you can thank Graham if they were reprinted, not me. Why do I hate Civil War? Oh God, I love the artwork. The idea of, been there, done that with the Mutant Registration Act, and we all know where this leads. But there are several things I hated about Civil War. Number 1 is characters acting out of character. That to me was the biggest slap in the face. And I'll just use this. One of the biggest examples is the character of Johnny Storm getting knocked out by a beer ball. I wish I could curse on this show. Come on, Mil. Are you serious? A trained superhero for years, knocked out by some drunk dude at a bar and then put him in the hospital when he's fought off Galactus. Anyway, we'll do.
You felt like it was disrespecting the character.
Absolutely, and there's a lot of that in there. 100%.
Not a lot for me.
I get it. I mean, and if it was your first comic, you have fun, love that comic. Do not let my opinion, take any points down. I mean, it's still what you love, and that's all that matters, that you love.
Oh yeah, I love They Might Be Giants, and you think it's elevator music to hell.
Absolutely. If I'm going to hell, then They Might Be Giants is definitely playing on that elevator. Oh man,
it's all good.
Interview Mark Miller. Sure, I'd love to interview Mark Miller. Honestly.
Neon asks, fighting game question of the day. Omar,
Okay.
Tekken 4 is a love it or hate it kind of game. Your thoughts on it and the franchise?
I'm gonna sound like a hater. No, ask me something better. I'm not a fan of Tekken. Never been a fan of Tekken. What about you, Maddie? Tekken?
I was never a Tekken person. I'm not a big fighting game person. I like Injustice 2, and that's about it.
Okay.
That's the fighting game I like.
No, not so much Tekken. And was it always 3D?
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's why. I like 2D. I love the animation.
It was 2.5, right? Because they cheated a little bit. It's just it's like a scope of 3D, but it was really 2.5 fighting.
And then you said it's a lot of button mashing.
Shh.
What? It's just.
Tell people that. People are gonna be like, man, this guy sucks.
I love games where I fight things. I just don't like fighting games.
No, I'm not good at them at all.
But I will crush a bitch on Super Puzzle Fighter any damn day.
Puzzle Fighter.
Yes.
Any day.
High five.
All right,
Oh.
I did enjoy the fact that Tekken 3 did have Gon as a hidden character, and I'm like, who the hell has heard of Gon besides me and the 5 other people that bought the manga in America anyway? Okay, how about Street Fighter? That one gets a pass, only because you can unlock Mega Man in his original costume from the cartridge, not Mega Man the way he looks in the video game. So he looks like that stupid yellow outfit and the gun that he had in the cover art. That's what you can unlock in that game. As far as fighting games, it's always been, Street Fighter and King of Fighters and Samurai Showdown for me.
Marvel versus Capcom 2.
Marvel versus Capcom.
Oh yeah, no, that's always good. I said that's one of those that's like everybody can play Marvel.
Yeah.
Tell-
Gonna take you for a ride.
My favorite 2 franchises fighting against each other in beautiful 2D animation. Absolutely. Marvel versus Capcom. I want a new Pocket Fighter. Right? Pocket Fighter was cute. I love that you threw Jim in there, by the way. Good job. Good job. I did play some of the Dragon Ball Fighter, but that kind of got a little bit repetitive too.
Oh, like Toshinden and stuff.
Toshinden was fun. AG Shinjo. What was
Oh,
AG?
Guilty Gear. Yeah.
Guilty Gear is beautiful.
Darkstalkers.
Oh, well, I didn't play Darkstalkers to play the game. I played it to look at the ladies.
All about that
I didn't
Morgan,
like the
baby.
mechanics of Darkstalkers anymore. Guilty Gear, I think, is my favorite.
I mean, why play Dead or Alive when you can play Dead or Alive Beach Volleyball, though? I mean, am I right?
But does beach volleyball give you the option for gravity control? Because in Dead or Alive, the Sega Saturn version, you have control over gravity. And if you know these ladies and the way they look in Dead or Alive, control over gravity is like playing God to a 12-year-old kid that's like, they're going to be hitting their face.
I remember getting beach volleyball and I was like, I hope no one ever realizes that I have this game. Like, how you explain that? I just think they're nice.
Yeah, right. Don't they have a VR? The VR volleyball?
Oh, I bet that they do. I would be surprised.
My kids would walk into the room going, "What are you playing, Poppy?" Nothing. No, I'm definitely not playing beach volleyball. Dead or Alive. Physics. That's what it was called. Yeah. Man, I love that mode. It was unlockable.
JT plays Dead or Alive for the articles, honestly.
I was a bigger Street Fighter fan and 2D fighters. You know, those are the kind of games that I had. I grew up with playing. Lettuce Beach Ball Dead or Alive game has a VR mode.
Oh my god!
Here's my boy Lionheart. You missed my wife opening up her gift. Look what I got her for Christmas. Here we go. Look at this. I got her the vinyl collection of all Mega. This is for my daughters and her because they love vinyl. So it's the Mega Man vinyl collection of all the Mega Man 1 through 11. That's awesome. Like I'm so happy I found this. But good to see you in the chat, bro. I didn't know if you saw that earlier.
And then I made this for Omar.
Look how cute. That's my boy, Ryu. But talking about all these fighting games brings back memories. I miss the arcade. Not that we could go to an arcade right now, but just the idea of going to an arcade.
You know. Well, that's what I did for my bachelorette party. We just went to the arcade.
Yeah, which one's
and then the karaoke? Went to Cincinnati because they have a lot of different arcade bars and stuff.
Yeah,
that's why I gotta get you guys to MacFest when COVID's over because 24/7 arcades, video game music, people covering Mega Man.
Oh, that's cool,
right?
Yes,
it's the best. The best.
It is. Now my kids down here. I gotta be careful talking about Dead or Alive.
Oh, she's nice and warm. I'm freezing.
They have what is that? There's an arcade bar in Columbus, Ohio, 16-bit.
Yeah.
That as long as you're drinking, you can play the games. They have over 50 games. Yeah, I remember Rob and I going there. It was a lot of fun.
They have a 16-bit in Cincinnati also.
Oh, that's right. They do. Yeah.
Since they have a 16-bit, I think Arcade Legacy or something.
Mm-hmm. Build an arcade machine yourself. I've done it. I wish I had the time and the patience to do it. I can't even put my pipes together when I'm doing plumbing. So there's no innuendo there. I'm literally talking about plumbing. I can't. No. There's an arcade bar in Providence, Rhode Island. That's cool, man. I wish we had some more.
said Merry Christmas, Alicia.
And Eliza saying Merry Xmas. That's what we're calling from now on. For answering nobody has annoying questions. No matter how many times I answer these, is somebody's first question, so it's not a big deal. Yep, 16 bits in Cleveland.
So I guess you're actually in Cleveland, Cycle Cleveland.
Yeah.
Maybe another bit. It's just like,
All right, man. Once this pandemic is over and there's a Cleveland Comic Con, I'm coming to Cleveland. We're gonna do a near mint condition world tour. I'll be out of money after the first day. I'll be broke after first day. So drinks are on you, and I'm gonna be crashing in people's houses. Just as a heads up.
if it's over, we gotta hit up everything. I want to be at every convention.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I'm taking the year off. Then I have to do the channel. I'll be doing the channel from somebody's hotel room, basement.
Yeah, I'll do it at the con.
Yeah.
Do a tour.
Yes.
Do a tour. Yeah. Super Puzzle Fighter 2.
But you guys say
Turbo
like
was my-
Super Puzzle Fighter 2.
Ooh.
Turbo.
Now, can Cities tell me who he's got on his icon? See how old school you are.
Is that like City Hunter or something?
Oh, it does have City in it.
City
Demon
Demon.
City Shinjuku.
Closer. Starts with a W.
City Warrior. City Witch. City.
What's
City Whale.
Wicked City?
Wicked City. Okay, that was close.
That had some movie action too in it. Right?
Movie action.
I've never
Raz knows what's up. Elias, you're so sweet. This channel is going to be bigger than Comic Pop and Jim Mint Collectivo. Jim Mint just crossed 100,000 subscribers, so good on him, man. Congratulations. It's hard work doing the same thing, putting out videos every day, so keeping it fresh. Comic Pop, I'm a big fan of Sal. I've had him on the channel before. Those guys are genuinely love comics. Sal's a big dork like I am. So I really I saw him in Baltimore and he recognized me and I recognized him. And I thought that was really sweet because we're a smaller channel than Comic Pop. But we talked for a little bit and then I asked him on the show. So we hung out.
And just want to say hi.
Oh, thank you.
STE. Hey guys, fairly new subscriber here. First live I've seen, so just saying hi from the UK.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
And PJ King, Santa brought me Peter David Incredible Hulk Omnibus Volume 2 and Uncanny X-Men Omnibus Volume 2.
Santa taking all the credit for all these.
Santa never brings me comics. I never get comics for Christmas.
Shout out
to Kristen. Kristen sent me comics.
Okay. Shout out to Comic. I see that's the thing though with comic tropes too, by the way. With me, I haven't seen, because I do this now for so long and I have a video every day. I don't have time to watch everybody else's channel. So for almost 2 years now, I haven't really sat down and watched YouTube other than the things that you make me watch.
Yep, make him watch.
Sausage King.
Ordinary sausage.
Or my daughter's watching some
Furret does what the comments make him do.
videos. And then I'm looking at how many views Furret walking in downtown Chicago, guys. Got 5 million views. And I'm
I watch educational
it took
videos,
me 8 hours to edit my video. This damn Furret is walking around Chicago. But I used to watch comic tropes and I used to watch Comic Pop, and both guys are really good. And I haven't had time. So
yeah, I think Comic Story is the only comic book channel I watch besides ours.
Oh, thank you.
Oh yeah, Ace. Shout out to Braggs and Boards Comics for being a fun, innovative comic channel with the greatest host of all time.
Am I on that channel
Ace.
too? Oh, Ace is on that channel.
Yep, that's right. You should.
Well, Ace, you just gotta come hang out with us sometime.
Comic
Open your new reader.
Is where I started calling Mark Millar. See, I was corrected and I was told it was Mark Miller because I used to call him Millar. Yeah, sausage. That's right. That's what my wife watches. What is that dude's name?
Ordinary sausage.
Ordinary sausage.
He puts random things in the blender and makes a sausage. I love his voice. He's funny.
Casually Comics is fun too. Comics Explains.
Oh yeah, watch Casually Comics, right?
Is that the lady?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's cute.
Hair.
She does, and I had to tell you, break your heart. I'm like, I think that one's a wig, and you're like, she's changing her hair every episode.
No,
like,
she's cute. We should have her on talk.
Daddy would you like some sausages? No, I'm good. Yeah. So shout out to all those channels that have a ton more subscribers than we do, but
you know what? We can give more individual attention, which I think is really cool. Of course, this is your job now, so we do need money. But if we have,
I don't think you can.
Right now, we're able to give more individual attention.
Oh yeah. Really quick, Mad Dog is like Omar with an English accent. I like that guy. He sent me a sweet message about how he started doing his channel because he watched me do it. And that's Mad Dog Comics. Like he's a good guy. He's been in the chat before.
That more than one person has said that to you.
Yeah,
about
that's
certain things, and of course get into comics, but yeah,
it's really sweet, and sometimes they ask for advice, and I don't mind giving advice, like, because I myself am still learning. I think it's not a sure thing with YouTube. You never know when things are going to change. Like, they're like, well, we're going to start changing the way that you get money. I mean, it's all scary, and it can change at any moment. But for now, I think things are okay.
Casually, the best thing just been like the community we created, like friends we've made, and like I like just chilling on chat. That's why Saturdays are fun, because just chilling.
Yeah, I don't have social media, and replying to comments is my way of social media, like having a conversation, right? So I really enjoy that. And Dean saying here at the end of his comment, hope to see your name in Marvel Omnis, Omar.
That's so sweet.
You know the comics more than anyone out there. Besides your influence on Marvel releases is uncanny.
It is a nice relationship that it just happened, right? It wasn't something that I went knocking on doors for. It's something I've always wanted in my life, but it just kind of life, the universe, God, whatever led me to that, and it's been wonderful. I wish I could say the same thing about all the other companies that have reached out or have stopped reaching out. But Marvel's been really good. Omar, your show and the team at NMC are part of my Saturday morning lineup. Thank you.
You even watched me this morning, like 9 in the morning.
We have people from California that watch at 8, like people overseas that stayed up. So for anybody that's saying, please don't stop the Saturday shows, I absolutely won't. 2021, I will keep doing the Saturday shows, because I had thought about stopping it, because, I think the reason I started it, well, I talked about this on the live thing a couple of months ago, or a couple of weeks ago, because the reason I started it was I think we needed something to talk about when there was a pandemic and things were closed. And I had a fear that when the pandemic was over, or things are getting back to normal, people would not be part of the Saturday chat anymore. And it's hard to keep going when you think no one is watching.
Friends.
When you think no one is watching. That's what I meant to say. So
314 people are watching.
So not sure. We are also excited to hopefully do panel shows again.
2021 will bring the return of that. So
all right, I've got to go and jump off to get ready.
We'll be on just a few more minutes.
Yeah, have fun.
I'll be back on next week. So
yeah, awesome.
Okay, I'm on vacation.
So we'll see you in 2021. Well, I'll see you on Tuesday when we're talking about FF. Yeah. Don't forget to read it. We'll be waiting till that last hour going, I'm
on vacation. We'll be fine.
Okay. I know how you are. Be good.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Let's see. Strange Brain Parts is a great little channel as well. There you go. Strange Brain Parts.
I love. Is it about brains, like psychology or the human anatomy of brain? Because I like that.
Omar's wearing his Christmas shirt. That's what I'm talking. Yeah, of course, man. She knows how much I love Starman. What are you doing?
Look, and I can wear his goggles as a ring.
Do not stretch out Jack's.
I didn't put it on the fat finger.
Sergio Acosta, what are your top? I've actually done my top 10. Top 3 is hard though. Top 10. Yeah. I did it last year and I stand by that still. Sometimes it will change in a year or two, but I think for now, my top 10, if you go back and watch it, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, ring that bell for notification.
You can't help but say the whole
But I do, I did want to say, don't forget to check out our sponsor, Cheap Graphic Novels. They're going to start doing a pre-ordering service starting next year when their website goes.
Oh, that's cool.
When their new website goes back up, for all those people that are worried about locking in on their books, because it's been difficult, even though books are still in stock. Like I think New Mutants is still in stock, even though it's showing out of print at Diamond, but it's still in stock some places.
JT said, I used to record the bits of you guys responding to my comments and send them to my brother. Your interactions really make my day.
Oh, thank you.
That's really cool. I just, it's like talking to friends with the comments. So,
yeah.
But I'm glad. Thank you. That makes us feel nice. And thank you, Ryan, for the super chat. I was going to read Thor starting with Simonson's run and get to Aaron's run. Any runs I can skip in between. If I don't skip, it will take over a year to read everything. I plan skipping adventures.
You can. Honestly, Aaron's run starts so strong, much like Simonson. They acknowledge the past, but they also, you don't need to have read it. I strongly always suggest reading Tom DeFalco's run because it is so underrated. It is probably one of the most underrated. Tom DeFalco's run on Fantastic Four, Spider-Man, Spider-Girl, and Thor are just some of the most underrated runs of all time that nobody really talks about. You know, everybody talks about their favorite being Simonson, and of course, Simonson does have a phenomenal run, or Jason Aaron now, but DeFalco's run is solid.
Adam is requesting.
I already did. Adam. So Adam's saying, please talk to David about reprinting Uncanny X-Men Volume 2. It is backordered and non-stock in Diamond. I have already, when I sent that list, I even said, I know I don't have to tell you how well X-Men sell, but literally X-Men Volume 2 went sold out within minutes, and it's out of print at Diamond. So he's on vacation right now, but
So Brian said, if the NMC ladies dress sexy in cosplay outfits, your subs will increase by millions. Thank you. I'll tell you, one time I was going to do a video and it never came to fruition. I was trying something different, but it was going to be nighttime stories. And I remember I put on that PJ and you're like,
I'm
you're
going to sell you and Amanda and Maddie out like that?
No, you said. That's what you said. Anyway, he wouldn't allow me to.
It's not allowing. It's just like, I think like there's, you know what? I'm
just teasing you. You don't have to.
I was gonna say,
defend yourself.
If the ladies want to, it's up to them. I'm saying I'm not gonna make them do anything like that.
No, you wouldn't, and that embarrass you. It's because I'm your wife that you didn't want me to.
Probably, yeah.
That's what you said.
Okay. We gonna argue again? Will you answer that man's question right there? The 3 favorite Daredevil runs.
Okay, where?
1253. Okay. Let's see. Favorite Daredevil runs. God bless. Man, what a good question. Top 3? Frank Miller. God bless. Yes.
And Frank Miller.
Ed Brubaker. And Mark Waid. That's my personal opinion. They're
obviously.
Mark Waid's is so different than anything that came before it. And honestly, Zdarsky has been nonstop on fire, but it all depends on how well that last issue is, right? If Matt wakes up going, man, what a weird dream, then of course it's going to ruin the entire run. But yeah, those are mine.
What about Chip Zdarsky?
That's what I just said. Zdarsky's
sorry,
up there. No, that's okay. You don't pay attention to me.
I was reading.
No, JT, I love what Bendis did. It ignited the love of the character for a lot of people. And I get why people love it. But, you know, it's just my personal opinion. And most people were probably going to put Bendis up there. Absolutely.
Yep. Huso, Miller,
yep.
Brubaker,
Brubaker, and Bendis.
So 2 things.
And the Sensi's up there too.
Somebody's saying you look great in your shirt, second only to your suit.
Second only to the suit. Yeah,
and I think I noticed a trend. We start fighting close to the end of the live chat. It's around this time I start snapping at you.
This is what it's like in real life.
What, after 2 hours of talking? Let's see. So
everything that Wade writes is good. Yeah, I was going to recommend to that other new reader also the history of the Marvel Universe is quite excellent, but I think it would mean more to you after reading a couple years of these titles like Hickman, Fantastic Four. But it's just a good little like history lesson in everything that's happened in chronological order. Do you see X-Men Volume 3 and X-Men by Jim Lee, Claremont Volume 1 selling out super quick? I hope not. But, I mean, really, we're going to see X-Men by Jim Lee, and the numbers are amazing. The pre-order numbers were amazing on that. I don't have the exact number. Marvel or DC would never reveal that, but they are really good. And I hope that they do sell really good. I don't sell out with not. Just glad a lot of DC content from the dead DCU fell stream finally coming to HBO Max. Yeah, I'm happy about that, too. I was hoping that Swamp Thing was going to be on there to be renewed for a season 2 at HBO, because I think if has a more adult theme to it, if they're borrowing elements from Alan Moore's run, but I don't know. I guess we'll see.
Bobby Keating says that Omni must really get hangry the closer it gets to 1 p.m.
This woman, she scared me and my brothers when we were driving one day. She's like, I need to stop and eat a Subway right now. She wasn't even pregnant.
It was
And my brothers and I were like,
I had just given birth.
Oh,
do you know how that changes your body?
I do.
See,
yeah.
I'm getting angry. You don't know.
Okay.
Thank you, Ringmaster.
Thank you for the super chat. With what's going on with DC is Absolute Swamp Thing Volume 3 on schedule for now. It's not on neither that or Scott Snyder Volume 2, but I think those were already in the works. It's just a matter of time when the team can get together and actually do it. So I think that still comes out, honestly. Do you think there will ever be a Jim Lee Claremont Omnibus Volume 3 happening? I don't think there's not enough material, honestly. Sadly. Like, there's just not enough material. Jim Lee's day was done with X-Men 11, and X-Men 11 was his last issue, and that's collected in the Volume 2. Demon voice Melanie wanting Subway is iconic. That's the way she is, man. She's scary. My brothers, I was driving, and I was like, oh shit, I better pull over. And my brother's like, I've never been so scared. Like, we didn't know that inner demon was in her. That's what happens. It's not just Melanie. Amanda's the same way. Maddie, I remember Maddie going up to Chicago with her. She's the same way.
You wouldn't move your foot yesterday, and I said, I hate you.
Man, y'all are like...
I just cracked myself up.
She does.
Feed me, Seymour.
I'm still hoping.
All night long.
Nice little shop of horrors there.
Josh said it.
I'm still hoping for the Pizza Hut X-Men comics getting an omnibus one day. Maybe.
Pizza Hut X-Men.
Yeah, it used to come with a VHS and stuff.
Yes.
Oh, Sergio, we didn't want to spoil it for anybody because not everybody has access to HBO
Oh, yeah,
Max.
Maddie didn't want to even.
Maddie didn't even want to know if we liked it or not.
Yeah.
She cried a couple times. That's all she's going to say. And I said...
No, and I said...
I wish I had seen it
in the story.
I wish I had seen it in the theater. It was a slow... It dragged at parts. That's all I can say right now. Maybe Amanda and Maddie and I can do a proper review sometime coming up. The best current Omni for someone mid-20s who has never touched a comic. Go, Melanie.
I'm hangry.
Oh my gosh.
Oh gosh, these questions I get too nervous to answer. I can't think.
Man, honestly, I still think Green Lantern by Jeff Johns, Volume 1.
How about, I feel like I always say Astonishing X-Men. The Flash. Which Flash did I read?
You read Jeff Johns' run.
Yeah.
He did say Saga, but he did say Omnibus. So I was thinking more along the lines of the first two.
That's true.
Lock and Key, recommended Lock and Key. That's also a good answer. And those are available in Master Edition. There's a box set. There's a compendium coming out. And I think the compendium, no, it doesn't collect. It doesn't collect the extra stories.
Oh, Neon, I don't think we should answer that because I don't want to give spoilers. Her question. I'll just say, yeah, we did.
We were all joking about getting those vibes. Meow.
Ooh, Ace has a brisket in the oven. Oh, yeah. Rolls,
Ace, where you live?
Greens.
Where you live, Ace?
Oh,
I'm lucky if my wife makes me pancakes.
Virginia?
Shh, don't be telling people where she lives.
The whole state of Virginia.
Okay, the whole Hawks Pox. As a good...
Oh, what? I don't know about that. I disagree because it's really confusing.
I think it means more if you have read a little bit of X-Men anyway. But
yeah, I was right. Virginia.
I wish Marvel would reprint Spider-Man Omnibus, all of them. I have my eye on next coming summer number 2, volume 2. Mm-hmm. I'll be talking more about reprints and new Omnis as far as Spider-Man, I think in the next quarter. And I will be doing a live 11 o'clock a.m. on Monday, looking at the catalog in April. So,
all right, it's 1 o'clock.
It is 1 o'clock, so let's go.
A couple more questions.
I've had this question for a long time, and I know the answer varies for many people. How exactly do you two read comics? For example, pictures then words. Ooh,
pictures then words.
Words then pictures.
Yep.
Combo, etc. Man.
Oh no, I was gonna say, don't you do pictures and words? I do words and pictures.
I do pictures and words because I think the picture sometimes previews what you're about to read, the mood. Like if you have a really good artist, it kind of foreshadows the tone of what you're going to read. So if somebody's looking angry or confused, it changes the way that you read the word bubble, right? At least for me.
But for me, I appreciate art, of course, but my brain just doesn't process it like normal people. I don't know, like you definitely, right? I process more. I get more out of reading words, so I go for the words first.
Why do you dislike Bendis's run on Moon Knight? Because I don't think Bendis captured Moon Knight. I don't think he understood who Moon Knight was, and therefore changed him complete. Like if you read his run on Moon Knight, it is so different than any of his incarnations of Moon Knights. And I get what he was trying to do, but that's a lot of my problem with what Bendis was doing. It's great for new readers if you've not read like previously released Moon Knight stuff. This, by the way, I'm going to answer this question. Do you think we'll get an Dawn of X Omni? Everybody listen up. At least on Monday at 11 a.m., you're going to get an answer as to the future of the Dawn of X and how they're going to be collected in oversized format. I'm not saying it's an omnibus. I'm not saying anything. But if you come back on Monday, you're going to get an idea of how these things are going to be collected. So come back on Monday at 11 a.m. to find out. At least you'll have an answer. Or two.
Cool.
That's all I can say.
How about one more? Ringmaster said at Comic Tropes just interviewed Tom McFarlane, so maybe.
But the Comic Tropes is a bigger channel. Not to downplay what we do here, but I would love to interview. Of course, yes. I will definitely reach out. Come New Year, I'm going to start reaching out to people. I am going to make an announcement like the first of the year how the channel is going to be changing a little bit. Because this is going to be my full-time thing, and not a lot of people have enough time to watch 2-hour streams. I don't think they know what's going on. But I am not announcing an Elf Omnibus, guys, nor the box set, sadly, nor the box set. So
why Monday? Why not now?
Because who said that? Who has asked that? Why Monday? Why not now? Because with Marvel, I had to sign an NDA, so there's things I can't say, and I have to be really careful about until they give me their blessing. So it's no longer like if the wrong person or the right lawyer sees what I'm talking about, they immediately will cancel my ass and be like, "Sorry, man, we're gonna pass this information to PewDiePie." Who's the PewDiePie? I'm so old. I call him PewDiePie. That's not even a guy's name. It's PewDiePie of Comic Voice. Whatever.
You know, I've never watched him. I know who he is.
We need 4-hour streams.
How about well, since I'm hangry, let's finish with James Abel's comic because he sent these puppets. Come on, you don't need to interview Paul Fusco, the puppeteer and voice of Alf. Okay, so on that note, how about Alf signs us out?
No,
do your thing, and then
Chuck Dixon has a channel. I'd love to interview Chuck Dixon because I'm a big fan of everything that man has written. Just about PewDiePie, yeah, you can quote me on that. I'm so old. Thanks for the stream.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Adam, and thank you for checking on that New Mutants for me. And everybody, have a wonderful Saturday. Please don't forget to hit like, and we do have a Patreon if you want to support the channel that way. It's an amazing way to support the channel. That's how we get equipment. That's how we're able to ship out all these expensive items sometimes overseas. So I'll be doing another giveaway when we hit 40,000. It's crazy. We're almost there. So thank you all.
Oh my gosh, we are.
35 plus, right? But
no, it's
closer to 40 than 35.
35,800.
Yeah, so closer to 40 than 30.
Never mind.
My wife's she's hungry. So everybody, please share the video and have a wonderful. I won't see you guys until after the New Year. So after the New Year, 2020.
It's just a week, but
yeah.
Richard Denny. Here's a shout out to you, man.
Who?
He said hi earlier, Richard Denny. And you're welcome, Bill Hunt. Merry Christmas. Stay minty. Ha ha.
What is wrong with you? Bye, everybody. I will see you live on Tuesday at 8 p.m. for Old Reader, New Reader. Check out our sponsor, Cheap Graphic Novels. That's it. Hit that like button.